Will the Niners increase Deebo Samuel's running back usage while Mitchell is out? On the one hand, you're thinking it's week 2. I don't want to do that. On the other hand, they're 0-1, and he got 8 carries week 1. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, but I would think I was thinking this last Sunday. I was already surprised he got as much carries as he did. I mean, I know the rain permitted it and conditions said like, "Hey, we need this," but he kind of was getting carries even early on, right? Like, because
yes,
I was thinking
he fumbled on the first drive.
Yeah, he had.
Yes.
It was like, wow, you're going, and then you went to him again quickly. Like, okay, like, shoot, you guys are just.
It's pretty clear whenever they get in the red zone, that's their running back. Like he gets the carries in the red zone.
They're going back to Weapon X like nothing. Remember, they used Deebo as the emergency role. We're desperate for a spark, and it was like, are you guys that desperate? Elijah Mitchell's still out there. You know, the weather is still kind of fine. You could probably just throw it a couple more times, or mess around with some more trickery with faking it to him. I was the thing. I was a little. When I saw, so I think, yeah, it's going to increase. I think it already has increased. He had 8 carries. I don't recall too many games where he had like that many carries last year towards the later part of 2021. So it could get up to the point where he's getting 10 or 9. And that becomes at that point, like, Jesus, make sure you're giving him only a couple targets in the receiving game then.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll increase. I think it'll probably be a constant because he didn't rush the ball for more than 8 times last season. And last year was his big.
He did in the playoffs, but that was the playoffs. He did in the playoffs, but that was the playoffs.
Correct.
He had a couple 10-carry games. Yeah.
But as I'm talking about regular season,
right,
so
right.
that was his breakout year as the wide back, and 8 was the cap every time. So I think that's probably going to be the cap, although it's not a cap that Kyle Shanahan sets for him. It's just kind of going to be one of those natural way, because we could argue that a tunnel screen it counts as a rushing play. Yes, it's a reception in the stat book, but you are getting the ball behind the line of scrimmage, having to advance it. And usually you're going to have to break a tackle or so to make anything out of it. So I think Deebo Samuel, that's like in terms of carries, 8's probably going to be like where he's at. I don't see it going much higher than that. If it is, maybe 9. But tunnel screens, I think that's probably where they're going to hit more with Deebo Samuel, or at least the big ones. Because this was type of the, like, Trey Lance didn't complete it this game because it's with that wet football, you get it and you're expected to release it immediately. So it's it makes sense why it was a little inaccurate on those things compared to when he's in the pocket, he's able to grip the football before he releases it. So I think we're going to see, a little more tunnel screens more than anything from Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I don't really think they can increase his usage. I mean, like, I think they kind of feel 10 touches a game is the most they can do because his touches are so violent. I mean, there's such huge collisions, and he does have a history of breaking bones and of injuries straight up. So, I mean, you could give him 15 touches week 2 and you might win, but you also might lose him for a long time and then you feel stupid. So you really shouldn't. I mean, that's why you got to see what Jordan Mason has. That's why you got to see what Marlon Mack has, because if you're just going to be scared and be like, well, I don't want to play who I don't know, so I'm just going to lean on Deebo and Jeff Wilson Jr. Well, you might lose Deebo, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think they can. I think 8 carries, 2 catches, maybe. Although if Kittle's out, you might need to throw to Deebo a little bit more. So I think they're
throw to Ayuk.
He's not the magical savior in the running game. Yeah, throw to Ayuk, right? Throw to Ayuk. Ayuk needs 10 targets a game, straight up.
I'm flabbergasted by
10 targets.
Yeah. That's the most frustrating thing within the offense. Yes, I understand the weather, guys. First 3 quarters, there was enough in there to have a somewhat passing game. And when you look at other teams, look, Devontae Adams with the Raiders. Look at the target share he got. Justin Jefferson, look at the target share he got. Look at around the league. Yeah. Every team's top receiver, which, the 49ers, I think, have 2 wide receiver ones, but it's like Ayuk having 2 official targets is a waste.
I just feel like Ayuk's a better fit with Lance than Deebo is at this point, because Deebo is really good, but Ayuk's better before the catch and at the catch. Deebo's better after the catch. Deebo's better over the middle, although Ayuk's really good over the middle. I feel like where Trey's throwing suits Ayuk better. His shot chart, his passing chart. Anyway.
Jeez, Leo, are you saying that Kyle Shanahan should be using his best players? Crazy concept.
Crazy.
I never thought about that. And look, that's what I love about that part too. The first 3 quarters was not raining, and like Leo said, I get the rain. It's like, yeah, Kyle, we get the rain. It wasn't raining, so adapt and realize, oh wait, it's not raining. Let me actually adapt and throw. Isn't he?
And he was throwing down the field. It was working, and then he stopped.
I
with
don't
the
get
league.
why he
Conservative.
adapts at times and then doesn't adapt. I don't get
Took
it.
his foot off the gas. 9 Gang Wolfcast says emailed you about working together, but your email's probably stacked. It is. If you ever need to fill in, okay, we got to see Lance in good conditions. Hey, call in the Cohn phone, bro. Call in the Cohn phone. Trey's gonna get hot midseason and go all the way. That's kind of what happened to Russell Wilson his first year start. He kind of got his feet underneath him, and then halfway through, that's probably should be the expectation. That's what Jimmy did last year. Smelly Smells 559. Smelly Smells. That's hella funny. So, trade Jimmy G and Mike M for a right tackle. Man, there's a trade package no one wants. Hey, do you want our right tackle who limps around between plays and our backup quarterback?
Who could limp
Cowboys
around?
actually might take it.
Hold on, let me sweeten the deal for you. Let's add Mike McGlinchey.